Oh yes, you do see me right now, and I am very, very much right here. We got to talk, of course. The day before the day, AEW Revolution, and you can kind of already know. You pretty much, obviously, already know what I'm about to get to, and I'm gonna get to it. First off, I just wanted to say, oh, goodness gracious. The Cosmo, Lord Cosmo himself didn't, for sure didn't. I didn't enjoy, for sure, for sure. Man. All I will say is and it's just, I just wish I could just, be able to do so much more. Because being right here on Earth, oh man, I don't know how y'all can do it. I don't know how humans could do that. As far as like you Cosmos out there, us as a collective, I don't know how y'all can do it. I can't. Of course, I'm able to pretend and placate, but man, it just feels like I'm about to boil just being in everyday society. But enough of that. We don't have to dwell into that. Just know, oh man, which is why I'm about to, just straight up and head into it. We're just gonna straight up head right into it. I was actually planning to do. I could have been planning to do, but more. But Revolution, they're glad they're even getting, the Cosmo. They're glad they should be as of appreciative. That I'm even here as of tonight. Just like you may hear my voice. I think that's probably because I just shoe is shined as of right now. Just say that watericles. There it was a moment. The water did leave. All around. From my pores, from my curls to pretty much whatever. Which is why I think my voice is like that right now. But let's get straight into it. I also want to say, I tried to adjust it a little bit. So my apologies. Like I said, of course, if the voice tends to get a little, if the voice box, if you hear just all the noises, sounds you don't want to hear, trust me, I don't. But yeah, my apologies if it's of course, again, if it's too loud, I apologize for that. But wasting time already. I did say already that AEW Revolution. Oh, keep in mind that AEW Revolution is here. I'll try to keep my voice as well adjusted so it won't, as of course, it won't sound like I'm just a beatbox, right? Pounding right into your ears. But I said, it's been a long time since I've actually watched AEW. Well, by myself, I don't. But being that I'm presenting myself to y'all, and we're around the table, of course. This realm, of course, I have to suffer. But let's talk about AEW Revolution. Let's talk about the card, about what's going on. But I haven't. I told y'all, as if I already told that already. I told y'all already that stopped watching AEW for it's very obvious, but also, of course, being it very much political, very, very political, just chaos all around, especially when you talk about just the wrestlers and the cocaine himself to begin with. But, that can also be for another day. And Revolution, the matches right here. Let's get into the matches. Because I wanted to talk about, but this is as is that AEW is getting for me at all to begin with, because we should already know by now. Of course, the cuckolds are gonna be here. They're gonna they're gonna be in the wilderness, and they're gonna try to pretend to tell you otherwise. But trust me, we all know out there, especially what AEW and what they've been doing for the 3 years that they've been alive, and well, it's pretty much been shit. Tony Khan doesn't, he couldn't book a show. He couldn't, he couldn't know how to actually critique wrestling if it was presented, if it was baby step 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 right in front of his face. But like I said, I still want to talk a little about Revolution, because I have, like, some of these matches I have still also been, well, as far as like the builds going into into the pay-per-view and into these matches, I will say that I kind of been paying attention to those. But yeah, these matches. So of course, thank goodness. Well, it is 9 matches, but thank goodness it's not. It doesn't look like, I don't know. It could be longer actually. But yeah, it looks like it's might not going to be that long, counting the pre-show. But it looks like it's 8 matches, which is good, I guess. Kinda scary, but yeah, Christian Cage. Yeah, of course. Yeah, you got Christian Cage versus Jungle Boy, and you got Chris Jericho, Ricky Starks, and you got the Elite, or should I say, the Elite, the All Elite Cuckolds versus the House of Black. Well, I guess they're finally. I thought they're pretty much hang them up, right? They were pretty much the House of Black was pretty much a mystery at this point. I thought they were gone. I mean, I know he's still like, ugh. But you got Jamie Hayter, Saraya, Ruby. You got Moxley, Adam Page. Of course, it wouldn't be AEW. That's one of their signatures, right? It wouldn't be AEW without a damn Texas death match. Then you got Samoa Joe versus Wardlow. Oh, Wardlow. What has the con man stripped of you now? Oh, man. The Guns versus the Acclaimed. And another tag team. I don't know where it consists of Jared. I don't know who the hell. Yeah, Jared and Orange Cassidy and whoever. I had no idea. But and then the main event, of course, the Iron Man match. The all daddy of them all. Pretty much, you can call it. Some will call it, a masterclass, a star piece. MJF versus Bryan Danielson. But like I said, going into this, I have no idea. I kind of do know my way around because I still have been kind of keeping key details. Sorry if I've been going all over the place. Like I said, I'm trying to be here. But yeah, the only match I kind of like, I guess I want to be to sit down and actually watch and kind of be, because I was for some time, I was actually really interested in that. Was Christian Cage versus Jungle Boy. And yeah, Christian, man, if not the only person, the only wrestler, a veteran with some credibility. Goodness gracious. I would say Jericho, but don't want to see the sissified boy toy that he's become nowadays. But yeah, Christian Cage, or Christian, man, he has been an absolute peachy stud. But yeah, I've been looking forward to that. But even that's just been like, that's been good off of Christian alone. But like going into like the match all around, I feel like it could have been dwelled much more. But obviously Tony is gonna, he's gonna give you a little bit, as he's gonna give you, the carelessness. And then you have it like a 6-man tag team match. That's the pre-show. That's just put on there for whatever. But like I said, I will be looking forward to that match. But Has kind of been inconsistent when it comes to the story. But this is pretty much the only match that has a story around it, as far as I can say for everybody else. But yeah, I will be looking forward still to Christian Cage and Jungle Boy, final burial match, and Chris Jericho and Ricky Starks. I mean, I guess I'll if I would like to say like the less said about Ricky Starks, the better. I was actually kind of liking him, but I don't know what they're doing now. I don't know what he's doing. Uh, yeah, he's attempting to do his own thing. He's trying. I will say that, but yeah, this whole appreciation society with the appreciation society with Chris Jericho. That's what it is. And like I said, like what which I will say, which is pretty much the whole consumption. Like especially the Tony Khan. I said like it goes, and I've said this too, if I can remember. Definitely, yeah, I can definitely remember saying, but there goes more into a match than just a match. Like for example, like what's going on right now with the Bloodline. 3 years has basically been telling like the peak, the actual bread and butter of Roman Reigns' career. For 3 years already, Roman Reigns has been world champion of the world, and he's, like I said, what started off first. I believe his first, his first victim, his first meat on the slab that he had was Jey Uso. And if y'all can remember, I know I do, but that story was so good. But remember, like when Roman was basically, because Jay was his first member, basically beaten into submission, and Ray, they first had a battle and they were going back and forth, and pretty much like Roman was, that whole story was Roman trying to subdue, trying and successfully, of course, subduing Jey Uso. He was basically forcing him to come under his wing. He was, making him a soldier to him, and that's like that pretty much. That's still, it's still going on. I think it's the same thing with Jimmy Uso. And like that whole story right there, especially like Jey Uso's story, is like beautiful in itself. And it's like I said, you have to do so much more. And you can see too, especially like the end of that match when Roman Reigns had that match. At the end of that match, when he beat and subdued and just straight up just destroyed Jay, and at the end of it all, basically the Wyatt family, the two members, and I think it was like the tag team, I forget who it was, and remember that they embraced Roman, and they like put basically the head of the table, with it was a necklace on him, and yeah, it's like they acknowledged him. The whole Wyatt family acknowledged Roman Reigns after that, after he beat Jey Uso. And like that was going on for the latter part of, I guess, like cause I remember, it was a little bit of a while, and it's like obviously Tony, like there's more than just promos, just like with the MJF and Bryan Danielson, because that's been essentially the same thing as almost like his other big matches, and practically all of the big matches have been like there's more than just a promo and then just going into a match. You gotta do more. That's why it's called a story. It's like a story unfolding on screen. But Tony, it's like that's promos are not, they're just not the subject of that. You have to do more. So it's like, yeah, these other matches have no idea. They're just on, of course, like barely any of them have a story. Like it's easy to pick apart each match on here. And what would I talk about? What would I talk about? Barely any of them have, any kinds of story. Like I said, the only one that got the real attention is, and as far as like promos go, so like he really think that Tony, because Tony thinks a promo is basically, yeah, that's a story. Like, when that's clearly not the case at all. Like, I don't know. Like, all these matches are just on here to be on here. It's like he could have did a really lot with Wardlow, but it's just like Wardlow is almost like basically, damn. Like, what did he like? He just like took away so much momentum from Wardlow. I don't even know who Wardlow is anymore. Like, damn. Like, and I was just, man, what a shame. But yeah, it's like, what MJF and Bryan Danielson, what I say, like, wait, let me say Moxley and Adam Page. What has that been? That's basically been the same thing as what MJF and Bryan Danielson, that's been going on for like over these weeks leading up to Revolution. I don't, did they just put this? Y'all can tell me, let me know. Did they just put? It just looks like they just put Moxley and Adam Page together. Just because we gotta have we gotta have a death match, Tony. We gotta have a Texas death match, and Moxley is just desperate. Like this mofo's obsessed with tasting blood. Goodness gracious, he's obsessed with tasting his own blood, any blood for that matter. Oh man, but yeah, like. And back to MJF and Bryan Danielson, because that's pretty much everything else is just like, why would you even like waste time talking about? There's no story to them, literally nothing. Like the only one that really I got, like I said, as far as focus goes, is like the only relative one on here is Christian Cage and Jungle Boy. That's the only one that really has any story when you think about it. Really, that's been going on for months. I think close to a year now. Cause it started like I don't know. I know it started back probably like in the later, end of like 2022 or in the middle. But yeah, this like Christian Cage and Jungle Boy has been going on for a while. But like, everything else on here is like they just been throwing on a card because. Like, yeah, MJF and Bryan Danielson is exactly what was CM Punk and MJF. Is exactly what, other matches like CM Punk and Adam Page and like just other matches. It's just on the card to be on the card. And like I said, and it's just promo. They just had promo after promo after promo. Essentially what CM Punk and MJF is what they did. They just had promo, or also talking shit about WWE. Then you have Personal Shot. Then you had basically their promo back and forth. Talk shit about WWE, shoot, and like, yeah, your basic promo too. It's like that's what CM Punk and MJF was, and then going to, I'm pretty sure other big matches. Yeah, like I said, he just thinks that a promo equals story, and that's not what you like. That's obviously that's not what you do. That's like, it goes more into that. That is not at all. It stops there. It does not stop there. Like I said, the whole story with Roman Reigns involving the Bloodline and Sami Zayn, that's like pretty much been telling in itself. But like I said, especially like with every big match in AEW, like with MJF and Bryan Danielson, and MJF, like the thing is also that, cause I think he did like, what didn't MJF like when they were like when he was battling with CM Punk, he said something about CM Punk's dog, yeah, something like that. And I said they could have did much more. Like MJF mentioning Bryan's kids, they could have went a lot of more of that. Like, yeah, have him call up his kids or his like Bree. Like I said this too when talking about CM Punk. They could have did a lot more, obviously, but it's like I said, a promo does not equal story. Why am I torturing myself? I said it's so easy to bury AEW. Tony has nothing going for himself. Everything on his card is not interesting, and it's just if you're a hardcore nut for just matches to begin with, and if you're an AEW cuckold, you don't care. But oh my gosh, man! Like I said, that's essentially Revolution, and like none of this. Like I said, me still paying as I was paying attention leading up to this pay per view. Like nothing has grabbed my attention, outside of Christian Cage and Jungle Boy. But that's pretty much been it. Nothing else is obviously. Everything else is just usual, non-storytelling cokehead Tony Khan, AEW. Like the man just does not want to. Also, everything in general, tell a story, build characters, like nothing. It's just matches and promo. That's it. That's an AEW. That's AEW in a nutshell. Matches and promo. That's it. That's literally it. But I guess I'm done talking now. And yeah, that's because that's pretty much it. I'm kind of losing the will to live. Further talking about it, if I would have to. It's just like it really is, because I can't believe I still do. I want AEW to succeed, but not with Tony Khan. It's just, they could do so much more, but it's like this meth head refuses this. It just does not want to do or put in the effort. I don't care. I don't care as far as they have one good show, 2 good shows this week or what. No, that doesn't mean shit. They're still trash, garbage. And that's what they've been doing for the 3 years that they've been going on. And I said, this, I'm pretty sure match wise, pay per view is gonna be decent. I'd be surprised. I mean, that's all they got is matches. That's all they got is the indie midget work rate. How could you mess up that? So, well, but yeah. Like I said, we already know this question, man. Like I said, even though I continue to dig in deep, we already know this question. We know this question already to AEW and everything surrounding them. Tony doesn't have the bare minimum of what how to tell a story or when it comes to characters. Even his big match, nothing has gone into it. But I'm done talking. And guess I'll see y'all later when if not something big hits, I'll see y'all when AEW Revolution hits. So I'll see y'all later.